Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Jeanette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler, and welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards, see what's in store with a message from Spirit. I am so happy to be back with a voice. It's about 95% there, so we may have a couple little cracks and squeaks, we'll see. But for the most part, it's doing great. So thank you guys again for your beautiful healing energy and comments and kindness. Kindness is just such a great thing. We need to share more of it, and you guys have been sharing that with me, and so I really do appreciate it a lot. So let's dive into your message today. Let's see what's in store. I am using the Awakening Avalon Oracle deck. I do want to say that this deck is available right now at avalonspirit.com on our Onyx Friday and Quartz Monday sale right now. So you can get 20% off that deck. So it's a good time to check it out at avalonspirit.com. But in the meantime, let's dive into the cards here. Okay, Spirit, where are we going? Fusion. They're talking about fusion right now. In which way? Okay, they're mentioning one of the themes for this week, as you know, we'll see how the cards clarify it, but they're talking about fusion in the form of synergy. And I've talked about synergy before, but they're saying notice how many aspects of yourself, many parts of, maybe what you've accomplished, lessons you've learned, aspects of understandings, like from many different compartments, I'll say, like different things, not all within the same theme. Like maybe you like gardening, maybe you're a history buff, and maybe you're deeply spiritual. Notice how multiple different facets of yourself are coming together in a really synergistic way. That's curious. This is a really neat, lighter energy for this week, so I'm curious how that plays out. That does also connect a little bit to the fact that we have a new moon on Wednesday as well, and that's a refreshing, lighter, dream manifesting, momentum, but in a good way energy. So this is really neat. So let's see what the cards say in connection to this like synergistic fusion energy. Okay, Spirit. Okay. Okay, fair. Okay, so, yeah, I got it. Okay, so the first part that comes with this is the solar plexus card. So this card is really asking us to tune into our sense of self. So your solar plexus sits above your belly button, and it's, of course, like a bright yellow energy. It's a yellow energy center of personal truths, of what feels in alignment. It's also your BS detector is how I like to call it. It's that like gut feeling when you know something. You just know something. You know something's going to work. You know something's not going to work. You know this next step is aligned with you. They're saying pay attention to what ignites your solar plexus, especially today, but also moving forward through the week, because you're going to be given clear indicators of your next steps, of the way the path is unfolding for you, and the way in which you can experience fusion and synergy. So one of the things that they're showing me is, say you are on a path and you're very focused on your career, and say your career is in tech, okay? Let's just say that. If something comes up all of a sudden where you are asked to pull from your skills in the culinary arts in connection to your tech work, somehow they're saying, allow that fusion to happen. Feel into those opportunities for the truth and how those truths are aligning these beautiful synergistic fusions for you right now. That's really cool. The other thing too they're saying again is write it out. So stay on top of writing out what's happening for you, journaling your thoughts and feelings. Even as you're moving through these solar plexus hits of, feeling different things, experiencing different things, when we actually get it out and we write it out and see it on paper, sometimes it helps our brain, the left side, that linear side, put things into order of what we can do next. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming with all these ideas and we're like, I don't know how it works. But when we actually put it out on paper, brainstorm it with those brainstorm bubbles that we used to learn in school, and do that, we get it out, and then we can start to lay it out in a functional way. So writing it out right now is going to be beneficial for you as well. Now, in addition to that, to make that happen with more ease and growth, ease and flow, they're saying practice the energy of gratitude. Gratitude is going to be huge this week. Gratitude is going to give us the opportunity to essentially open up the dam. And they're showing me like a dam, you know, holding water back. And that if we do this, if we practice gratitude, we have the ability to open up to allow more water, more energy, more movement to flow. So gratitude is going to be a big piece. And in that as well, something to consider so that you can stay really nicely aligned to your fusion experience right now is notice where you need to set boundaries and allow yourself to do that. Allow yourself the freedom to set those boundaries. So you're totally allowed, right? So this says allow yourself to say no, right? Totally do that. When these personal truths come in, if something doesn't align, something doesn't feel right, you're allowed to say no. And you can say no with kindness, you can say no with firmness. There's many ways that we can use the word no, and it doesn't have to be rude and offensive, but it can really help us stand in our personal truth. And the more that we do that, by saying yes to the things that do feel right and no to the things that don't, the greater our frequency is in attracting the things we want. It's really quite amazing. So we kind of have this whole like cycle of experiences waiting for us here, starting the week off really strong. So I think this is great. This is like lots of movement happenings, but in a good way, that fusion. And it's going to give you an opportunity to see how amazing you are. How all your experiences, or so many of your experiences, have brought you to this moment. And you have an opportunity now to recognize it. And that's a good thing. And maybe what you'll do too is in recognizing it in yourself, you will be able to recognize it in somebody else and shed that light on it for them and help them see it. And that's how we get to be that ripple of goodness and light and joy and happiness. So I'll leave that with you guys for now. Thank you so much as always for joining me, and please do subscribe and share if you're new and you're enjoying this content. That helps me out. And definitely don't miss the podcast today. You're going to want to check that one out. It's all about mistakes and what are mistakes and how can we actually perceive them to work for us. So check that out, and I will see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.